Salute and thank you, Nerd Soul. Yeah, lay ill kid at OneYoungsta, holding it down, bring that street geek and nerd soul. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell. Let's go. We talk about Alien, baby. Oh yeah, and we're not by ourselves. Down in the bottom square, Solar Gray. What's up?
Hello, everyone. This is Solar Gray, the Cinematic Sorcerer, and yes, I am still casual for right now, but I am coming at you from the Wizard's Tower saying, what is going on, my people?
All right, and of course, the director of the year, I give to you, Jay Shear.
Yeah, he's gonna be here. By the way, I don't know. I think I told you guys that we shot a new film, so it's in editing. It's in post production right now. So,
which I want
man.
to talk about for just a moment. So, you have a movie coming out called Disclosure, and I saw the second trailer.
Oh yeah,
and I saw the first and second trailer, and it made me wonder: is Earth like the bad neighborhood that like aliens like drive through, but they're
Yes.
like, I'll never live there.
Yes.
yeah. I think that's exactly what it is.
Because he's like like numerous alien life forms have shown up or whatever, and I'm like, they don't never stay.
Yeah, Earth is Dayton. Earth is Detroit. Earth is the South Side. Insert city.
Yeah, Earth is the South Side. Pretty much, if any city has a South Side,
Or on the
Every city-
interstellar map, you're going, all right, we got the Vega system, the Trigon system. What's this Martin Luther King Boulevard system? You know, that's where Earth is.
and then you have the South Side that used to be bad, but now since it's better, they want to rename it. It's like,
you mean where I
South
live?
Side. It's not South Side anymore. Now it's something else. Like even like in Richmond, if anyone in Richmond, Virginia, or around Richmond, Virginia, knows of the new area called Scott's Addition, where it's like all these breweries and like nice loft apartments and stuff. Scott's Addition used to be where like tweakers were. Like they shot episodes of Cops in what is now Scott's Addition. Scott's Addition was like drug dealers, a whole bunch of addicts and rundown vacant warehouses. That's what it was for the longest
I know
time.
nothing about that. You see, I live in South Los Angeles, and here, we have our Athens district by Jesse Owens Park, and yes, our place is very historically profound.
I got it.
Yes.
But yeah, your trailer made me think like nobody wants to stay here.
Nobody's staying. They're all leaving.
Like aliens just drive around and like,
yeah, we should just go into the water at this point, is what they say, and then they end up in the ocean.
Well, all right, I'm with you on that, Jay. Not just because I'm such a hard sci-fi head, okay? But I'm not gonna lie, just the satirical comedian in me that tends to come out when intelligent stuff makes other people uncomfortable. I'm like, all right, I'm looking at this. I'm like, I'm looking for one sign that says so long and thanks for all the fish.
Yeah.
Just
Wow.
one,
Exactly.
But yeah, I mean, I love the concept because, even my boy Trey Crowder, he pointed out very, very, very clearly that even when aliens invade, as soon as aliens fly by, they're going to the places where all the rednecks, the hicks, and the hillbillies are. And I'm like, yeah, this is that area.
oh man.
Look, we haven't cracked faster than light travel. We haven't cracked cryogenics. You say Dyson sphere to most people, especially in the United States, they're gonna think that you're talking about a new navigational system for their vacuum cleaner. Don't get me wrong, the Dyson ball thing, that's
nice.
It's a good vacuum.
Dyson makes
It's
a
very
good product.
vacuum.
Sponsored by Dyson.
But yeah, so that was always the thing I was thinking about when I was young too. I'm like, how come? Hey, mom, I'm tugging on your shirt as a 6-year-old. How come every time the aliens come here, they want to beat us up? And my mom would just look at me and she'd be like, "Oh, son, keep living." I said, "Okay."
Keep living. That's something that the people in this episode have a hard time doing.
Ooh, that's a segue right there.
So, all right. So, anyway, I think I should be confident in saying that all of us like this episode, right? This is a good one.
Favorite episode so far?
All right, cool. How about you, Solo? You good on this one? Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
You know what? I'll let you go first. Since you're the dissenting voice, how do you feel about this episode?
Number one, I got to give you a medal for your conclusion jumping because that was silver right there. Okay. This episode scares the heck out of me.
Ooh.
Okay.
In a good way or a bad way?
Anything in the Alien or Predator franchise, and I've been there since day one. I was there in 79. Has no right being this good. Zero. It's like
this was basically a movie on its own. Like,
and not just a movie.
It's like, hey, in the middle of the season, why don't we just make a movie?
It was like, you know, this trend that Hollywood's been in over the past, say, 10 years of rebooting franchises. This episode was the way to remake Ridley Scott's Alien. Like this was a perfect remake of the 79 film. I was shocked. Like, we alluded to it in our episode 1 review. I'm like, yeah, man, and you got the black dude going, oh, look at all that stuff. I guess I'm not unlocking the door, you know, because you know how we do, you know, be like, hey, man, we found Bishop's head in the toilet. Really? Yeah. All right. Well, you know what? I'm going to take his hat and I'm gone. You know, I mean, that's just what we do, you know? And so when we saw this in episode 1, I'm like, well, they had a couple of us in the writer's room. Okay. But then seeing all that context that we were missing because we've been introduced to the world and introduced to Cavalier's world and these new corporations. And we're looking at our boy Cyborg and we're just going, all right, man, what is your deal? Because you were turning out to be a pretty compelling villain. And then we get his side of the story, and we're like,
oh, this is a retribution arc.
Half retribution. Yeah. Half retribution and half business as usual. That's what scared me. Because, you know, if we go back to 1979, it was just space truckers. You know, and the whole movie, they're talking about not losing their percentages, not losing their shit. You know what? I gave up half my life. I'm going to at least get my money. Well, at least I'll be able to pay off my college loans. Okay, I did some shady films, but it was college. I needed the money type stuff. And we're thrown right back into that with this crew. But
it should not have been this crew.
Yeah.
No, quite honestly, I give this crew 100% a pass for everything they did. 100% pass, because the crew of the Nostromo, they didn't intend on picking up the Overmorphs. You know, they weren't out there looking. They just found some stuff. It was an accident to their knowledge.
Okay. Yeah, to their knowledge. Now we know it was kind of, we know that it was pretty much orchestrated, but
yeah, this crew is what was left after the movie we didn't see. Because they kept flashing to all the, like, the crew that we saw get taken out in this episode. Spoilers. That's what was left. So Smoking Chinese Man, he was broken. You know, the scientist that's eating lunch in the dissection area with her food in front of her, and then all that, and then all the ticks and the cross contamination. Yeah, They were all broken. They literally just got out of combat, went to bed, and woke up. They had no time to recover from what they watched.
All right, yo, I was just going to say this. Like, at first I was like, a lot of these people are stupid and they're making stupid decisions. But then I'm like, you know what? Hold up. Alien Covenant and Prometheus exist. So like, I guess I can't blame them. Alien Covenant and Prometheus, which I both think are very, very pretty movies and beautiful to watch. But like, y'all are too smart to be doing this dumb stuff. But then in this episode, the guy's like, we can split the atom, we can do this, and we're gonna take a parasite home with us. And my wife was talking about like the hubris of like academics and like the like the super smart people. They're like, oh, we've got this under control because we're so smart. And then also I'm thinking maybe the best people didn't go because we find one guy doesn't even know what an apprentice is. So I'm like, imagine smart people. Weyland Yutani goes, hey, we got all the smartest people. All right, we want you to go to these far off planets. It's going to be at least 65 years for us and get the most wild, crazy, dangerous things you can, put them in a little box and bring them back. The smartest people are going to be like, no, I ain't doing that. So they have to get like the third stringers to come in. Yo, this. Okay, also, since H.R. Geiger, we know how his designs are. That release into the cup. I was like, excuse me? It did not have to like that. Say.
I disagree. I disagree.
Like, even the shot of it, I was like, that definitely does it. But before I give it to Jay, because I want to know Jay's opinion, I'll say this. I hate to go back to this phrase, but stop snitching. If you see somebody at work sleeping with each other, like, keep it to it ain't none of your business. Now at the same time, I ain't gonna tell on you, but when I see y'all together, I'm like, good morning. How is everyone? But Jay, how are you feeling about episode 5?
Oh, I agree with Solar. This is like, I mentioned to my wife even before the episode started that I was like, this is on an aliens level, right? Like, and she was like, oh, that's blasphemy. I'm like, I mean, come on, it's that good. It's like, it's really good. So this episode only solidified that for me. Cinematography, fantastic. There was another thing that happened to me during this episode that I was surprised by, is that I thought I knew what was going on and what was happening in episode 1. And then I watched this episode and I was like, I didn't have a clue what was going on. Holy cow. Like, all the stuff that was happening that I had no clue about. And the one thing he did that was awesome was the conflict amongst the crew and all of their little things that they were mad at each other about. Really stood out as like this, oh, these people don't even like each other. Or they're like that creepy guy and they like each other too much. So it's like this very strange like cast of characters, and it made you way more sympathetic to Morrow because he's the only one that seems like he has any level of sense. Right? Like, you're like, oh, this guy had to pull everybody together because everybody else is an idiot, and he's the only one that kind of has a purpose and a reason for doing anything. And then his backstory with his daughter was awesome as a little addition too, because now that increased our sympathy for him and kind of understood like why he's doing what he's doing and why he is the way that he is.
Can we talk about that letter?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because on one hand, I'm like, oh wow, this is a horrifying dystopia. You know, because it's like, well, I know, yay, I got into Harvard. I mean, I know that I can go to one of the corporately mandated mandatory schools unless you can get out by going to a Ivy League university. But the Ivy League university will let in people with high standing in a corporation. So, Dad, where you at? You know, what's your rank? I'm just asking because, you know,
I need
I
it.
know you're on a spaceship. I may never see you again. And I just want you to know that your crew had a public education too. So what's your position in that company? And how good are you with Photoshop?
Oh man, it 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 really drove home his mindset in episodes 1 through 4. Because
Yeah.
episodes 1 through 4, you're like, yo, this dude, like, he's way too serious about completing this mission. I mean, look, the mission's blown. It's done. It's over. Forget
And
it. Walk away. And now you're like, oh, boy took the last thing he had. He had nothing else. His daughter's dead.
mhm.
And like all he has essentially is the mission.
Mm.
And we've
And-
seen these movies where all that's left is the mission.
And you know, I gotta say, at least you and I, Michael,
Mhm.
we gotta pull a mea culpa on this because we were looking at Morrow in those first 2 episodes a little weird. I don't know about you, but it did not occur to me that he is so good at manipulating the new synthoids because he's a parent.
Mm.
It's
Wow,
like, oh no, I
yeah.
know how to get into your head. I've raised children.
Mm.
Yeah.
You
Like
know?
I've had to I've had to, negotiate between my toy, mine, and I've had to figure these and referee these fights and everything. So I've
Yeah.
got this on lock.
And I'm ashamed that I didn't recognize that he is so good because of that.
Mm.
You know,
Well,
it's like,
it's even more than that, Solar, because not only is he a parent, but the 3 of us were all thinking, oh, maybe he's just become more robot than guy.
yeah.
And then this
no-
episode, they went, not at all. He's still very much a human person. Like
matter
all
of
of the
fact,
things that
he
he
might
cares
be-
about.
yeah, in
Yeah.
fact, he might be the most
Yes,
human of
exactly.
anybody that you've seen on this show so far.
Exactly. Which, by the way, being able to maintain that to the point where it's a surprise to you is
Yeah.
phenomenal
Yeah,
storytelling.
I know. Oh,
Yes,
God,
they-
these guys. Oh,
They held back that story. And even the thing that scared me for Prodigy is when Wayu, hey, look, it's a term from Romulus. They call him Wayu, so I'm gonna call him Wayu. But Weyland Yutani, she said, give him everything he needs. A
Uh-huh.
man this dedicated and with these few scruples, with everything he needs from some
Bro.
super big corporation,
Mhm.
when you
it's
get
about,
the
it's
black
about to
card,
get real.
when you get the black card, no timeline, and a burner,
Yeah.
just call it a day.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
oh, that's what he got. Yeah, I'm walking away. I'm walking away. This is
Because
Yeah.
now this has me thinking that he already knows that his communications are being tapped, but he also knows if they haven't been flagged,
Mhm.
then whoever's on the other side listening don't
Exactly.
like boy either.
Mhm.
So
Uh-huh.
so now I technically have 2 people inside of this organization. Because I mean, hey, you did it to us, so now I have an inside agent in your. See, at first I was like, yo, this guy is wild. Just like it's over, man.
Yeah,
Look, hey,
exactly.
ship crashed.
you know.
It sucks. But now that we see that it's been orchestrated, you killed his whole crew. You like, yeah, and who he calls mother. Now we understand why he calls her mother, because no one else called her mother, and you're like, why?
Yeah.
But it makes a huge difference now.
Yeah.
Yeah. And by the way, y'all should know me by now because we've done so much Star Trek, talked about so much space stuff.
Yeah.
I am really big on the bridge crew archetypes.
Mm.
And I gotta say, I've seen a lot of things to turn the Star Trek crew on its head.
Hmm.
Just over the years. It's like, specifically the original series crew on its head. You know, if we got a captain, it can't be like Kirk. If we've got an engineer, it's got to not be like Scotty. If we've got a communications officer, it can't be like Uhura. If we have a security officer, it definitely can't be like Chekhov. You know, I mean, it's just. But with this crew, again, I give them a pass on everything except the engineer's apprentice. But we'll talk about. We'll talk about Tick Boy a little later. But honestly, the engineer has always been my favorite one. Okay? Always been my favorite one. Matter of fact, one of our friends asked me, like, if you could be a member of a Starship crew, I'm like, engineer. It's like, I would have thought science officer. I'm like, most people do. No, engineer. You know, because, yeah, unless it's on the Discovery, in which case, just janitor. That's about it. That's as close as I want to get to any of those mad scientists. But this particular engineer, the grubby, covered in grease, and it's like, so we've just turned this rocket into a missile, and we're aimed right toward Earth. Oh wait, yeah. Okay, now it's an arrow. So whatever we land, we're gonna destroy. Y'all need to come up with a plan because this is above my pay grade. I'm gonna just go look after this idiot.
Because they were like, is there a way we can like steer this? Is there a way anything? He's like, nah, man, like we're just kind of like a rock falling now.
Yeah.
And then of course the only thing I don't like for Morrow is when I think the apprentice that was like they knew exactly what to do. He should have been like, okay, we're down to 2 people now. Like if it's not you two, then because who knows exactly what to break. Like this was an accident.
Could it be the head engineer? Oh well, you know. And that's the thing. Like that is one thing I can't give him a pass for, because it's reasonable deduction that if there's a mechanical problem, the first person that you suspect is the mechanic. You know, very first person you suspect is the one who has access to everything that just got broken, the tools to break it, and the knowledge to understand what to break without killing life support. So, if you suspect something, the engineer should be the first to suspect, if for nothing else, gross incompetence. You know?
Got you.
I will say that whole part of it was probably the only thing about the episode that wasn't a plus quality, is that like it's just a little bit like I was not expecting, not that it's surprising, but I was not expecting the boy genius to have hired somebody who's on the ship and been communicating with them. I mean, it's not
also,
again,
yeah, I didn't even think about that, honestly. Yeah. I mean, I know he's dirty enough to do it, but he just wasn't even on my mind. And that's because of how they framed these first 4 episodes.
Exactly.
It just wasn't even on your mind.
Which the problem with that from a storytelling standpoint is like, then you have to ask some questions like, well, if that's the case, why would he try to crash it? Like in other words, was he trying to recover the stuff from the beginning, or was he just trying to prevent Weyland Yutani from getting it? Right. So you got to ask that question. And you're like, well, the guy kind of like,
not really.
What do you mean?
So from a writer's perspective, okay, this guy is a corporate CEO, one of the top 5 things.
Right.
Okay. Rule number 1 of psychotic wealth accumulation is never destroy what you can acquire.
Sure.
So
I see what
destroying it was never on the table.
Basically, just taking it just to take it. Like
only destroy it if you can't take it. But with that particular plan, you got to make it look like an accident. And there's no way you make something look like an accident if it comes out completely intact and undamaged.
Yeah, but do you think
then you put your whole city at risk?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like so if that's the plan,
but I guess he's like, I live on an island, so who cares?
Who cares? Yeah, but if that's the plan and if it was executed perfectly, Um, the sabotage seemed to. Maybe I needed another scene where we saw that the guy was like aiming it towards something, or like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because it feels random. So
that was the conversation. It was aiming at his city. He specifically made sure that the engineer aimed it at the place that he owned without question and without conflict.
He did do like a really quick line about
it was
sort of like
lampshaded, but it was there.
Yeah.
Because remember, the 5 corporations own every continent.
Yeah.
So it's like, no, I need you to crash it. I need you to crash it in my yard.
Yeah.
So
that's
I can take
that's
the ball.
fair. They have like a little bit of a hint that he's doing that, which I think I could have used a little bit more. But then the third complaint I have then is, and I don't think there's an answer for this one, Solar, but if you have one, I'd love to hear it. I also don't love the guy you've never seen before and never heard of. It'd be nice to have that guy foreshadowed in some way, shape, or form. So
I am 100% on your side with that one.
Yeah.
Because I was like, who is this guy?
Yeah, who is this guy? Yeah.
But it makes sense because then the crazy guy that's watching people sleep was like, oh, he's been protected. But then it's like, if you knew he was doing, why didn't you say nothing, crazy man?
Yeah.
That is actually my complaint. I'm 100% with you on, oh wow, so we'll make it the fault of the character that we've heretofore have never heard of,
right,
and we'll never hear from again because he's dead.
Right.
I hate red herrings.
Yes.
Call it, like I said, I was there from the beginning. Do you know how many slasher movies I've seen?
Right.
Hundreds of slasher movies. Okay, I'm like, oh look, it's a red herring. I'm gonna take a break from slasher movies. I know I'll read some mystery novels. Got red herrings all over. You know what? I'm just gonna be a pescatarian. I can't escape these fish. And when I saw odd, precise smoking man, I'm like, I'm a little bit insulted.
Yeah.
Because the red herring was the traumatically precise dude.
Yeah.
And I'm like, these people just saw at least 5 people that they actually like get ripped to shreds, while they have to get these crab creatures, while they're looking for face huggers, at least one of their significant others.
Right.
And it was like, wow, I've just seen violence and death that no one is supposed to see in the living of a healthy life.
Yeah.
That kind of measurement, psychologically speaking, is a very normal reaction to an out of control circumstance. I just saw all of this crazy stuff. So you know what? I am going to measure every word and every expression and every gesture, just in case something else goes out of control. I at least have agency over myself.
Right.
Hey, those two are sleeping with each other. I do not care.
Right.
I care about this crossword puzzle. La la. Crossword puzzle. I mean, this was disassociated trauma.
Yeah, totally.
And people were like, he's creepy, he's this. I'm like, have y'all seen how many bloody pots there are on that ship?
Yeah.
He's got to deal with it some way.
Yeah, exactly. I
guess I'll throw off some of their stuff as well on just being, it's mundane now. It's like, oh yeah, we have everything under control. We've had these, there's only like a week left, 2 weeks left on the ship. And, we've been doing whatever we want with these, bugs or aliens or stuff. So, hey, everything's all under control. You got the light is green, trap is clean. So it's one of those things where maybe they were just too casual too, because the way the lady was in the lab by herself. I'm like, you don't have a second in this lab, but
Mm.
we'll let this slide because I do want to make sure that Jay is here for the
Mhm.
conversation that everyone has been talking about since this episode. We have a slight showdown, maybe because all right. So Ocellus, which they're calling him, eyeball man, whatever you want to say,
Oh yeah.
T Oculus. Yeah.
Yeah.
T
I-
Oculus.
Oh my God. I want 50.
There's a weird, there's a well done like atmosphere around this character, this thing, because it's definitely acting in ways that sometimes seem like it's helping someone else out, also seem like it's helping itself out. Then also sometimes where it seems like at the end of the episode, it seemed like he was doing some type of call. Maybe if there was another, T Oculus out there, or maybe calling the alien towards itself.
Yes.
I don't. It's just
You
a
mean
very
the-
peculiar. That little like
the-
screech it
The
did or
chittering
whatever.
stuff he was doing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm like, wait, are we talking the John Carpenter The Thing noise or the Predator noise? Like it made two
Right.
different noises.
Right.
Oh yeah, sorry. The noise that it made right before the fight with the Xenomorph.
Yeah.
Oh, the
Yeah, it was like
That
this
thing?
weird.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was calling something, like calling out to maybe its own kind, or maybe it was calling out to the alien, or maybe just a war cry in general. Who knows?
sci-fi nerd call.
Oh.
According to the lore in the comics and in a couple other places,
Mhm.
yeah, that is a Xenomorph war cry.
Oh,
He was-
I took it as that when I was watching it without knowing. That's what I thought
Yeah.
he was doing.
It was calling. It's like it's fighting with the human.
Yeah.
And then it was like, yeah, this is fun, but you ain't who I'm here with.
Mm.
What are you gonna do, Hogan? And it measured up the distrucity, and the alien came through, and he's like, what? Oh, now you calling me out? Oh yeah, no, it's me and you. No, forget about this little fool right here. No, you and me.
Yeah.
That you
So-
are why I'm here.
but it is a very interesting alien, and it also excites me because I think there's two more aliens we haven't seen, right?
I think so.
We
There's
don't
two more
exactly
boxes
know
that
what
we
the
haven't
ticks
seen.
do.
Well, at least we've seen the ticks though,
Yeah,
and
and
we
then
know
there are
they
the
pretty
worms.
much drain you.
Yeah, then there are the worm things. The one that when Teok was knocking on the glass to distract the doctor, there was the one that crawled out and crawled away.
Oh yeah,
I want to
yeah,
know
so-
what that does.
I
Yeah.
thought
But-
those were the ticks. My bad. I thought those were the ticks. I thought that was
thought those
just
were the
them
ticks,
without.
too. Yeah.
Those are just the ticks without full blood, full meal or whatever.
Maybe.
But I think there's
But-
two more that we haven't seen.
Yeah, because we've
And-
seen the plant that has the arm that comes
Yes,
out of it.
yes.
Right, we've seen that one. We've
Yes.
seen the xenomorph. We've seen the ticks. We've seen the eyeball, and there's one more that we haven't seen. There's 7 total, right? So yeah, I think there's 2 that we haven't seen, but maybe 3 we haven't seen.
Maybe 2 or 3 that we haven't seen.
Yeah.
And with the way Oculus, it's definitely a different animal
yeah,
because it could have killed the new captain, sort of. But
Yeah.
it didn't. Just knocked her out.
Yeah, and see, this is kind of something I've been complaining about the Aliens franchise for decades.
Hmm.
Is if they're like, we have already established now there is life in the stars.
Mhm.
So let's go further.
Hmm.
What else is out there?
Mhm.
And what are the other things that we can do with it? Now, I will tell you 2 things about Teok that has me giddy.
Okay.
Number 1, I'm not scared of the Xenomorph.
Yeah.
Never have been.
Mhm.
Not
Oh.
scared of the Uanti. Never been scared of those guys.
Hmm.
Okay. I mean, when I saw Predator 1, the dude from Law and Order running through the jungle screaming, "I'm gonna have me some fun," that scared me more than the Predator.
Mhm.
You know, But the T-Oculus is a genuinely horrifying creature to me. For 3 reasons. One, it's small. You know, because a Xenomorph, you can hear it in the walls, you know what's coming. If you play the video game, if you're just as accepting that this is the end as I am, it's not horrifying at all. It's kind of like getting in trouble a lot as a kid and then getting in trouble at 16 and you know you're gonna get it when you get home. So it's like, you know, when mom wakes up, I'm gonna get my butt beat, so guess I'll watch some wrestling. You know, I mean, that's pretty much where I'm at with this. And that's where I look at it with the Xenomorph. You know, I'm not like rest in peace, Bill Paxton. I'm not like, game over, man, game over. I'm like, well, get like the Russian dude at the end of John Wick 1. It was like, you know, this is just it now. This is what happens. I got my affairs in order. You know, this is gonna be my last day. But Teok is small. You really don't know where it's at. It's fast and agile.
And apparently it has way more power than it should have.
I'm getting there. Yeah, it's fast, it's agile. Okay? Like, am I the only one on this panel that when she was running from it and those doors were closing, I was on the edge of my seat waiting for that thing to jump through that last space of the wall, because you know that's what they do.
Because it's about like maybe like this big, and then like the legs are, you know, they're like squiddy legs or something, or like octopus legs, so it can like squeeze them.
Yeah. The thing is about the size of an iPhone.
Yeah,
and it's as fast as a woodland creature.
Yeah.
And worse, it's intelligent. The thing plans. It experiments. You know, I mean, we saw that the tick could open up the thing and get out. And it was like, bet, I see you. Guard. I'm like, oh no, it acts in a community fashion. It observes, it takes in information, it comes up with a plan, it strikes tactically, and you can't find it.
Yeah.
This is
one thing, Solar.
Yeah.
I actually read that scene slightly differently than you did. I need to go back and watch it now.
I
thought that it was trying to let the doctor know, hey, by the way, that thing's trying to escape. I read that scene totally different. I didn't read it as it's trying to distract her so that it can escape, because I'm even more scared if it's using the humans to accomplish what it like. Hey, I need to actually infiltrate your body later. So like that thing's trying to escape, just so you know. Like, because I don't want it to kill you, because I want to take over your body.
Like, it can't kill all of my hosts.
Exactly. That's how I read it. Yeah.
Maybe that's probably the beef with the Xenomorph, because it's like, yo, you can't kill all of my hosts. I need something in here.
Yep.
Well, before it did that, it was like, can I use you? Oh, you don't have eyes. Okay, I can't let you go.
Right.
And but it, I at first got that read, but then I noticed something. It got out by itself.
Yes, it did.
When everybody else was gone, then it left.
Yep.
And again, I love mastermind villains.
Yeah.
And this little thing.
Either way, it's a mastermind, and that's what's awesome.
Yeah. And I'm just like, okay, this thing is terrifying. I want to see what 50 of them can do.
Yeah.
Also, look at how it handled the Xenomorph. Like, the Xenomorph did not like it. Even the Xenomorph
didn't know what to do.
What is this thing?
Yeah.
Like, watching a Xenomorph be attacked essentially by a feral cat should have been funny.
Yeah, because you have like these two because of course I'm sure they got these from different planets and stuff. So and who really knows where the I don't know if we even know where the first aliens come from, because even before Prometheus, the engineers were messing around with stuff. So we don't know where the first ones were. Like, did they find them or did they make them? I can't remember. But I'm sure somebody in Prometheus can let me know. I'm sure there's a novelization or some comic book that says. But you have these two kind of apex predators or apex parasites, sort of.
Yeah,
but
they're
from
both
two
apex
different
predators.
areas.
Yes.
Like, from two different areas, and they apparently don't know about one another, because I'm assuming T. Oculus doesn't know that there's an eyeball. There's not an eyeball to take. And also, if he was to burrow inside, would that just mean death for him because it's acid in there?
Don't know. I would say yes, because it's so fleshy. But again, like the Teoculus, my favorite alien of the franchise so far. Like my favorite. Forgot the name. It's just my favorite non-human species so far. And God, I'm like I hate to sound like a 14-year-old girl, but I'm like, oh my God, they're so cute. I want a plushie. And I do. Okay, I want a Teoculus plushie.
Man, that thing is weird. And then seeing it go from one pupil or one iris or pupil or whatever to like 8 and then back to 1, it's like this thing is thinking at like it's
Yes.
It's so smart. It's so smart that I get the impression that it was like, these people can't actually capture me and take me to wherever they're going to go, but I kind of want to see what's out there. So I'm just going to go with them and let myself be captured. That's the vibe that it gives off.
Are you saying you're giving it the same mastermind capability of a mid-aughts comic villain?
Yes, exactly. Exactly. Let's see what happens here.
I just want my phone call.
Like it's like when they caught it, he was like, "What is this?"
Yeah.
Like,
Let's see
cool,
what
I needed a
happens.
ride.
Yeah.
See what happened.
Because
What is
you can
this?
even see from the standpoint of like, if it came from a world where finding hosts was difficult, from an evolutionary perspective, even it's like, well, if I'm a virus and this is where I can go to replicate myself or whatever I got to do, there's a lot of other hosts. I'm going to go to those hosts and see what happens. So that's in and of itself like a fascinating concept. But when you put that in the context of, again, this is another great storytelling standpoint from the showrunner. When we don't really know that it's intelligent at all, and the precursor is the Timothy Oliphant character looking at it and going like, oh, this is a very intelligent being. And we're kind of like, what? It's just a bunch of eyes, dude. Like, what do you mean? And then when you see what it does, you're like, holy cow, this thing's crazy, right?
Yeah,
so that's kind of
scarier.
awesome in itself. Yeah.
This episode makes you have to watch the first 4 again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Also,
Because it's like, this is an intelligent creature. And the sheep is going, oh, you noticed.
Yeah, exactly.
So, how you doing? Oh, I'm
Like-
good.
like, if you notice, how intelligent are you? And like, are you gonna be a problem for me?
Yeah.
Like that's what it seems like. Now, I will say this: Disney, don't waste time. Take this showrunner or director, whoever this is. I can't remember his name. They show it at the end of
Noah
every
Hawley.
episode.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Noah Hawley.
Noah Hawley. Take him and have him go ahead and make the movie of them capturing all these things. Because
Honestly,
I am interested into seeing just those worlds in general. Like, what is the natural habitat of that eyeball thing? What else is there? Like,
see, I disagree with what you just said for one reason.
all right.
Long form storytelling and short form storytelling are 2 different skill sets.
Okay.
I
okay.
say take this showrunner and let them tell these stories that we're alluding to in seasons 2 and 3.
Okay.
You just keep this contract open and let this showrunner do what they do. Okay, get out the way and just
Because
let them do it.
I would definitely love to see a couple of these worlds.
Oh,
Where
absolutely. And I would love like 3 episodes per world.
Yeah.
it
So
even
we could
Do a
really
whole
get it.
season per world. By the
even
way,
how they got
Michael,
the eggs without the eggs opening.
You had mentioned, Michael, last week that you thought it was 8 episodes. I think it's only 6, dude. I think we just watched the penultimate
Don't say
episode.
that. Don't say that.
I
I don't want to hear it.
Where's
No.
IMDb? Let's see.
So the point I'm trying to make is give green light season 2 now. Don't let this guy go off and make something else. You gotta
Green
promise
light,
us more.
nothing. He had better be filming season 2
Yes.
while they're green lighting
The good
season
thing-
3.
The
Like
good
right
thing
now.
is, IMDb has it up for 8 episodes.
It does. Okay. Because
Episode
Hulu has
8,
only listed the next one. It hasn't listed. Do you know how it says like coming next week or whatever? It hasn't listed the next 2. At least on my Hulu, it hasn't.
Oh, see, on IMDb it lists episodes 6, 7, and 8, but nothing after 8.
Okay.
So it might be an 8-episode season. Oh, I'll just say this: the tagline for episode 8, or at least the synopsis, is "A new power dynamic emerges." So,
Ooh, a new power dynamic.
especially since there's probably 2 to 3 other aliens we haven't seen,
Yep.
Well,
and just because they fit in small boxes does not mean that they're not dangerous. Apparently,
well, let's dig into this while we got a little time. Okay. We've been introduced to the hanging plant,
yeah.
Teok, the ticks, the xenomorphs, and one more.
Mhm.
We've also been introduced to the Prodigy Corporation, the Yutani Corporation, and 3 others.
Yeah. Exactly.
So are we looking at each corporation gets their own
That'd be crazy.
extraterrestrial species
Yeah.
and breaks the planet in half?
Yeah.
Yeah, because if this is going to be the planet that we see at the end of Alien Resurrection, I think something bad happened. Because remember, when they return to the planet on after Resurrection, it looks like Mars. It's not great.
By the way, shout out to if you guys want to listen to pretty cool behind the scenes, there's a podcast associated with Alien Earth that's a guy interviewing the creators and the actors. Well worth your time. Because one of the things that Noah Hawley was saying in one of the podcasts was one of the things he was trying to accomplish, and he did this for all 3 of us, but most notably Solar, is that he said, I wanted to create the feeling that we all had watching Alien for the first time, where the xenomorphs were like, this thing is terrifying. And he's like, we haven't been able to experience that because we've seen xenomorphs over and over and over and over again. And so that's why he introduced the 7 species or whatever. You know what it is? The xenomorph is one of them. So that's the 5th. That's
I forgot.
Yeah.
The xenomorph is one of them.
Yeah, so it's
We're
one
just
of
so
them,
used to it
Hang
that
on.
Exactly, yeah. So that's why there's 2 more. That's why there's 2
Hanging
more.
plant, tick. I'm always bad doing these. Like, you should not see me trying to figure out the 7 dwarves.
Yeah. But so the point is that he
Wait,
is
7
being
species?
I think it's 7 of them.
Yeah, I think it's
Dude,
7.
oh my god.
Yeah.
Sorry. It just hit me when I said 7 dwarves. Oh, this writer.
Each one
Oh
is
my
a dwarf.
god. Sorry.
This is-
Not 7 dwarves, 7 species,
Yeah.
5 corporations,
Yep.
7 sins.
Yep.
And if we look at the standard xenomorph, we've got Wrath. If we look at the plant creature, we got Sloth. I'm like, this dude,
Yeah.
if this was intentional.
Yeah, because the plant creature didn't even. It looked like it was like not hungry enough, maybe, because it was like, or maybe
Yeah,
it realized
it was
that thing wasn't the boys. Maybe it realized it wasn't organic.
Yeah, maybe so.
or organic enough. Yeah, because I mean, yeah, the new synths went past it. And it's like, are you food? You're not
Yeah.
food.
Right.
Yeah, because it looked like it looked at it for a second. It was just like, I'm cool.
Yeah.
Which
I'll
also
wait.
which also makes me wonder how they got the eggs on the ship as biological fleshy humans without them opening up.
That's a good
Yeah, that almost seems like a couple of episodes to explain that.
yeah, totally.
But yeah, like just the fact that I'm making the 7 connection on this, I'm like, yeah, this showrunner and these writers take great. There's a podcast. I'm not going to listen to it only because I don't want enough clues from them
Oh yeah.
for my recently concussed brain to what's the term I'm looking for, to suss out the rest of everything.
Right.
And like the ticks are crazy. It's like they release the deadly gas when you try to remove them. It's like you can't.
Yeah.
The funny thing is, they're not even. It's like. It's funny, they're not even like the main problem. They're like a problem, but they're not like the main. But then if you put all of these things on one planet, because they were not all on one planet. That's the thing. They were not all on one planet.
The engineers is another species. Forgot about that. So yeah.
The engineers? Which ones are the engineers?
Oh no, he's just talking about in the
Prometheus or whatever.
Yeah. So I'm just like, yeah, you're absolutely right. They're not the main problem. They're just, we got to deal with this too.
Yeah.
It's the but and therefore theory. Yeah. And there is a whole lot of, however, now we have to dissect these things. However, there are some waterborne insects there. You thirsty, doctor?
Dude. And the way they played that was awesome too. Where they're just sitting there and we can see them swimming around and we're like, oh, this lady's going to drink out of this. And then the kid starts choking like an idiot and has to do it. Like, that was nuts.
I saw that coming.
Yeah.
When it was like, oh, good, hot sauce. Yay, more hot sauce. Yay, more hot sauce. I'm like, you're not doing an interview on YouTube, bro. Oh, I get where this is going. Okay. All right. I see you, Eddie. But I'm not looking for surprise. I don't like red herrings, but I don't mind baits and switches.
Sure.
As long as they're clever, And that was clever.
Shouts out to, of course, you had less technology and stuff in 79, but shouts out to the way we've seen the evolution of the way the alien uses its tail. Because look, I'll keep it real, their tail be coming through for
dude.
It'd be some fights where the alien is like, you might lose this, and their tail come in handy.
Yeah. It kind of makes you wonder, is the 9-tailed fox Pokemon the result of a face hugger on Nightcrawler? But can we talk, there was another aspect of this episode that I wanted to talk about before we ran out of time. What was it?
While you're thinking of that, let me bring one up too that I wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
The way that they handled the lady taking over the captain's chair. And then even when she's talking to Mother and Mother's like, confirm that you are going to do what I'm asking you to do. And she's like, oh, yes, I'll confirm. But she's not going to. That was awesome too. Like,
I am so glad you brought up the thing I was trying to think of.
Yeah.
Because, Mother is cold.
Oh, dude.
Just like Crew's expendable. Yeah. Confirmed? Yeah, acknowledged?
Acknowledged.
Yeah. And it was like, no time to process, no time to think.
Yeah.
It was like being yelled at by an abusive parent. Be
it's
like
shut
up when I'm talking to you. What were you thinking?
Which goes back to which proves your case you made earlier, Solar, that these were not the first people that they wanted to send on this mission. But it was like, oh no, you're going to fall in line no matter what. That's the kind of people we're hiring for this mission. You will fall in line. You will acknowledge anytime I ask you to acknowledge, you will do it. And the only person they can't manipulate, they could have manipulated Morrow when his daughter was still alive, but once she's dead, no, man, I can do whatever I want to now. That's just such good storytelling, how all those pieces fall into place.
Morrow was manipulated in his youth when he was taken under Yutani. from the streets of Ghana.
And
because
given
he's-
his vibranium arm.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's true too. Yep.
So, because how many of us were looking at it like, so she took you in, really? Gave you,
Mhm.
fixed your palsied arm
Yeah.
for nothing?
Yeah.
It's like, I wouldn't say for nothing, but let's just say I'm paid up.
Yeah. So man, this episode is crazy. But I know we're at time. I'm gonna throw it to Jay. Jay, final thoughts, and where can they find you?
So final thoughts. Yeah, I mean, we've all said it. This is amazing. Like I said before this show even started, this is up there for me with Alien and Aliens. And then the show proceeded to be one of the best episodes of television I've seen this year, if not in the last 5 years. I mean, it was awesome. And I was also, I think I commented on the last video. I commented on this, like, we still have Stranger Things coming, which is one of my favorite shows of all time.
Yeah.
And we still have Fallout coming, which was also a great first season of television. But I was not anticipating that I was going to be like, oh man, Alien Earth is in competition for the best show of the year. Easy. So yeah, I'm loving it. And you can find me over at How Stories Work with Jay Shear, where you can watch the trailers that we talked about earlier. I have a new movie coming out called Disclosure. And it's going to come out hopefully in the next like month or so. And I'm going to be releasing trailers up until then. So check out all that stuff with How Stories Work with Jay Shear. But always a pleasure to talk to you guys. So thanks for having me on.
Yes. And Mr. Gray, final thoughts? Where can they find you?
Final thoughts? So, I was only at San Diego Comic-Con for 1 day this year.
All right.
And I noticed that all of their attention was poured to Alien and Predator. Because I was wondering why, especially Marvel, okay, Disney Marvel, why would Disney and Marvel release all of their superhero stuff before Comic-Con? And why would DC release all of their superhero stuff they're doing for the year except for one thing before Comic-Con? Why would they do that before the convention circuit, specifically LA, New York, and Chicago? Why would they do that? While I was there, I wasn't there. Like I said, I was just there for a day, so I couldn't do a whole lot. But I saw that they were just pushing Alien, Predator, Alien, Predator. I said this year at Comic-Con was almost a dark horse year because Alien, Predator. That's what Hall H was pretty much dedicated to this year. And having spent no time in Hall H this year, I was in the dark. After this episode, okay, I get it. All right, yeah, I get. You know what? I trust your business model as much as I trusted Christopher Nolan's casting for The Dark Knight. Okay, I'm like, dude, y'all know what you're doing. I'm a small man. I'm a small man because Fox and Disney, they were like, look, I know you don't like the buyout and all that other stuff, and then it grabbed me by the collar and it looked me dead in the eye, and it was like, do you know that if is the word in the middle of life? All right, if you can keep your head while others around you are losing it. See, I'm just a little man. I'm a little man, and they're a great big corporation, and I'm humbled. You know, I've talked many times about how I'm Generation X, and we are black belts at finding stuff wrong with things. You know, I mean, Patton Oswalt said it in one of his routines. He's like, my iPhone is pretty much trained to put I hate in front of everything because I'm so used to going, I hate this movie, I hate this, I hate this show, I hate this soda, I hate this restaurant, and I've been trying to be the guy that likes things. And between as Jay said, Stranger Things, Fallout, in my case Ted Lasso, I would say The Expanse, Star Trek Strange New Worlds. I'm like, oh my lord, I like things. Is it perfect? No, nothing is. Can it be improved upon? Yes. Can I think of how to do it? Yes. Can I think of how to do it and it still get funding? No. Uh, but this particular show, Alien Earth, like I was in it from jump, not because of aliens, but because of Timothy Oliphant.
Yeah.
And I said it last week. I was a little iffy at the beginning, but it's sci-fi, so it's slow.
Yeah.
It's got to build. You got to introduce these worlds. So I'm like, okay, I'm sitting on patient and I'm cautiously optimistic. And now, yeah, I am just pom poms out, brick a brack a firecracker, sis boom ba. You know, this show is amazing.
Yeah.
This show is
Yeah.
amazing. Not just because it's sci-fi and it's slow, but so far it's showing that it knows, trusts, and likes its audience.
Mm-hmm.
And it's saying, whoa, everybody, you're all going to get what you want at some point. I promise at some point I'm going to deliver, but I can only hit you guys one at a time. So, sci-fi heads that like Prometheus, we got you over here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. You're eating. I'll be right back with another course. What's going on, action heads? Yeah, you like James Cameron? Yeah. Look at this little eyeball. Isn't this little eyeball cute? Yeah, watch. Yeah. All right. Oh, yeah. Okay, you eating that real quick? All right, cool. Hey, family people. Yeah, yeah. You guys like complex family dramas? Yeah. Let me give you a little bit of that. Hang on. I got to go check on the sci-fi heads again. I mean, that they are... This show is being the perfect host at a party.
Yep.
And you don't see that very often.
Yep.
So yeah, I just wow. So yeah, just keep that whole thing up. I'm just shocked. I'm shocked that I'm liking a television show this much. Especially not one that's like happy.
Right.
Because I've been finding solace in children's cartoons and stuff. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna watch Steven Universe. I'm gonna watch The Owl House. Hey, I should probably start Gravity Falls and all that. Yeah, let's go do this. And I'm watching this show and I'm like, oh my god, this is what I remember. What is that feeling I have inside? It's wonder, it's tension, it's curiosity. Is this engagement? I don't know. I don't feel anything on my finger, but I'm engaged with this, so yeah, but it also makes me afraid. Because for season 1, I need them to stick the landing. I need them to stick the landing at least as well as Fallout did. Yeah, at least as well as Fallout did. Hopefully as well as Stranger Things season 1 did. But we'll see in a few more episodes. And you guys can find me on Instagram at Back in the Deck. That is BACKINTHEDECK. And yeah, you could just hit me up there, do some stuff. And by the way, y'all really need to check out, how stories work, because I don't know at the production rate that Jay's been going, he's not going to be with us for too much longer. He's just going to be like, oh yeah, did another film. Hey guys, I finally got signed to a big company. So
nice.
Just saying.
They're gonna be like, yeah, tell him everything he knows.
Yeah, you're going to be. I'm going to be like, so, I'm an actor too, right? Just saying. I can, yeah. You need a statement. But yeah, and again, it's a super pleasure being here, guys. So
Yeah.
hopefully next week I'll be back to my normal reserved self, but I've had a week. So
I'm glad we have a show that we all like. I guess final thoughts from me. This is the scene that I love from the, I think, first episode, maybe second episode. But the two guys that are tied up together at the pole, and when the tick gets on him, he's like,
Yeah.
like that is such a natural reaction, because it's like, I don't know what this thing is, but I want it off of me.
Yeah.
So
right, we did see what the tick does with those guys.
yes,
Okay.
so it drained them completely. But this This handling of the Alien franchise under Disney is something I did not expect. We got Aliens versus Avengers, which is a cool little comic run, which I do think they should make into an animated movie. We did get Predator Killer of Killers, the animated film. Then we got Alien Earth, and we still have a live action Predator movie coming next month or no, November. In November. So
Yeah.
look, if they're going to be at the quality of Killer of Killers or Alien Earth and what seems to be Predator Badlands, hey, wow. Didn't
know
know you
what?
had it in you.
My faith in the Predator franchise was restored with Prey.
Yep, agree.
You know,
The funny thing is, I like Prey and I also dislike Prey.
Podcast.
I guess they'll have to subscribe to Patreon for this episode.
Well, I'll say this. I think Prey is cool. I enjoyed it. The whole time I was watching, I was like, at the end, I was like, yo, she got mad people killed.
Yeah.
Because she could not let it go. Like, yo, okay, great. You saw some cool thing in the sky. Let it go. Like, you don't have to, like, let it go. Especially when you saw it was something big and dangerous. Let it go. You got all of the men essentially in your yo, and that type of living back then, they were supposed to, make kids so that your tribe could continue. Like, you got everybody but at the same time, who knows? Maybe he would have came on that side of the mountain ridge anyway. I don't know. Who knows? But
I'm just saying the cold never bothered her anyway.
oh man, but the movie was still cool. Like especially like the bear scene. That was just awesome because you can see it was like, oh, okay, we going a little toe to toe with a bear, and I was just like, and so that was cool. And then of course, the scene where she's riding the horse around and he's like, the brother is like distracted. That was just smart, a smart play. So I like that stuff. But at the end, I was like, yo, I think she got everybody killed.
It's a Predator movie. Survivor Girl rules will count.
Oh man, but this episode was like a movie in itself. I love how this episode took the first 4 episodes and said, now you can look at it this way. So I love it
right there.
Yeah, I love the show. Wow. I thought I was just going to get some cool kills and stuff, but I am in. This show is doing what it needs to do to build out what was going on Earth during the time. I think we're 2 years before the first Alien movie. If I read that right, I think someone in the comments will let me know. But yeah, I think we're like 2 years before that. So
Weaver's in cryosleep at this point. Like, Ripley is off planet. She's in space. She's on her way
to
LV something else.
So anyway, with that said, Jay's got to go. So we all got to go. We all out. Love all y'all. See y'all next time. Peace.
Bye.